In the 13th century, Europe was a continent in turmoil. The Mongol Empire swept across Asia and into Eastern Europe, leaving destruction in its wake. Meanwhile, crusading knights pushed eastward, seeking to expand their influence and convert the Orthodox population to Catholicism. Amidst this chaos, a young prince emerged as a beacon of hope for his people. His name was Alexander Nevsky, a warrior, a diplomat, and a saint. His life was a testament to courage, faith, and the enduring spirit of a nation under siege. Alexander Yaroslavich was born in 1221 in Pereslavl-Zaleski, a small principality northeast of Moscow. He was the son of Prince Yaroslav Vsevolodovich, a ruler of Novgorod, one of the most powerful city-states in medieval Russia. At the time, Russia was not a unified nation but a patchwork of rival principalities, each vying for power. This division left the region vulnerable to external threats, and Alexander's early life was shaped by the constant shadow of conflict. From a young age, Alexander was groomed for leadership. He was educated in the arts of war and diplomacy, skills that would prove crucial in the years to come. By the age of 20, he was appointed Prince of Novgorod, a city known for its fierce independence and democratic traditions, but his leadership would soon be put to the test as enemies closed in from all sides. In 1240, Swedish forces invaded from the north, aiming to seize control of trade routes along the Neva River. Alexander, still in his early 20s, led a swift and decisive counterattack. The Battle of the Neva was a resounding victory for the young prince, earning him the name Nevsky, a title honoring his triumph on the Neva. But this was only the beginning of his trials. 2 years later, a far greater threat emerged. The Teutonic Knights, a powerful military order of crusaders, marched into Russian lands. Their goal was not only territorial expansion, but also the forced conversion of the Orthodox population to Catholicism. For Alexander, this was a fight not just for land, but for the soul of his people. Alexander rallied his forces, drawing on the support of Novgorod's citizens and neighboring principalities. He knew that a direct confrontation with the heavily armored knights would be suicidal, so he devised a bold strategy. He lured the enemy onto the frozen surface of Lake Peipus, where the ice would become both a battlefield and a weapon. On April 5, 1242, the two armies clashed in what would become known as the Battle on the Ice. Alexander's forces, though outnumbered, used the terrain to their advantage. The ice cracked under the weight of the knights' armor, sending men and horses plunging into the freezing waters. The battle was a crushing defeat for the Teutonic Knights and a defining moment in Alexander's life. It solidified his reputation as a brilliant military strategist and a defender of the faith. Yet Alexander's greatness lay not only in his prowess on the battlefield, but also in his wisdom as a diplomat. Recognizing the overwhelming power of the Mongol Empire, which had already subjugated much of Russia, Alexander chose a path of negotiation rather than resistance. He traveled to the Mongol capital, Sarai, to secure peace and protect his people from further devastation. This decision was controversial, but it preserved Russian culture, religion, and autonomy under Mongol rule. Alexander's ability to balance defiance and diplomacy ensured the survival of his people. After his death in 1263, he was canonized by the Russian Orthodox Church, becoming a symbol of resilience and faith. His legacy was immortalized in art, literature, and even film, most notably in Sergei Eisenstein's 1938 masterpiece, Alexander Nevsky, which celebrated his heroism during a time of national crisis. Today, Alexander Nevsky remains one of Russia's most revered historical figures. His story is a reminder that true leadership requires not only strength and courage, but also wisdom and foresight. From the frozen battlefields of the 13th century to the hearts of millions, Alexander Nevsky's legacy endures as a testament to the enduring spirit of a nation and the power of faith to unite and inspire. Like, share, and subscribe for more historical documentaries.